What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today on the table in front of us is the new Ganzo Firebird FH71. Now there have been some other reviews of this knife and they have been sort of globally positive. I don't generally review knives I don't like, but today I'm kind of going to do that. Let's talk about it, shall we? Well, let's start with the good parts. This is an excellently made knife. The FH series by Ganzo is D2 on bearings. The G10 is always really well done. They have these really nice stamped steel pocket clips, deep carry that work really, really well. From a materials and a build quality perspective, this is an excellent pocket knife. But I don't collect knives just because they are excellent looking. I collect them because I like the way they look, and particularly I like the way they feel in hand. And I don't like the FH71 very much. There's nothing innately wrong with it. It is a good pocket knife, but I don't like the milling on the G10. I think it's designed to look a lot like a bird, and I think there are a number of companies that have already done this and done it better. The blade has got a beautiful swell here and a nice swedge, but then a very, very flat line, which means that the flipper tab gets in the way when you're trying to work with it. It is very pointy, but not stabby because, I don't know. There's something about this knife that I just don't really like. Now, part of it is relatively small for me. It isn't too small exactly. I mean, it does fit in my hand, which means it's a relatively, for a lot of people, it's a larger knife. But it's just not that comfortable. And that's it. It's just not that comfortable. It has this hole right here and a little bit of a fuller at the underside of the hole, which is attractive. But when it's closed, you can't do anything with it. I can't flick it. I can't use that to thumb roll it. It's just there for aesthetics. The other thing is, considering how large this is, and it isn't, it's not that it's big or anything, but it's got this nice swell right through here. You see that? I thought that the blade, if the blade had a belly to match this swell on this side, I would love this thing. But it doesn't, and so I kind of don't. I'm not saying you won't. If you think this aesthetic is attractive, if you like this knife, you're going to love it. There's no question. You're going to love it because it is well made. It has good action. It is comfortable in the pocket and in the hand, except mine. It's a good knife. It's just not my knife. It is a G10 backspacer, which is, as all of them, remarkably well done. This is Ganzo Firebird pushing themselves in some ways that I really do enjoy. I like that they stretch themselves. I like that they're trying new shapes and new designs, but I don't love this. And so it will move on. Now, I'm going to give this over to Women Carry Knives and let her carry it for a while and see if it is more appropriate for her hand size and her pocket. It's weird. I have all of these now, the entire FH D2 series. I haven't loved them all. Some of them have been a little small for me, and there's been various other issues. This is the first one I legitimately don't like. So for all of you wondering if I only do reviews for knives that I love, no, I don't. But I'm not going to come down on the knife too hard, and I'm not going to come down on the knife too hard because it is well made with good materials. And at $27 on Amazon right now, it's hard to go wrong if it's your style. It isn't mine. I wish it was. I'd really like to like this knife, but I don't. Let's do a size comparison. Just for grins, here it is up against the Rat Model 1, and as you can see, it is considerably smaller than that. Let's drop the Rat Model 2 on the table so you can see where it falls in the scheme of things. It is much, much closer in size to the Rat Model 2, and the Rat Model 2 is too small for me. So that's part of what's going on here. It's not that I don't like small knives. This is the Harns Seal. This is a small knife. As you can see, it is much smaller. And it is, in fact, too small for me in the grip. But because I can get such a solid 3-finger grip on this knife, and because of the way the blade is shaped, I don't mind that it's small. It's just a small knife that happens to work really well for me. This is a small knife that's too small for me. And this is a small knife that I just don't enjoy. People love this thing. The other reviews out there are almost universally positive. And I'm not trying to just be different. I came into this thing with high hopes because I love, well, at least like, all of the other knives in this series. But this just is not the knife for me. It is right hand tip up only. There are no screw holes on this side, so lefties, you are out of luck. The flipper has a little bit of jimping on it, and again, the action on this thing is sort of never fail. It does have a nice cutout so you can get to the lock bar fairly easily, and it is drop shut. Again, there's nothing wrong materially with this knife. It's just an aesthetic thing, I think. This, while a good knife for many people, is not the knife for me. And we're going to end there because I don't want to spend a lot of time ranting on about a knife that I don't like. If you like it, go get it. At $27, you cannot go wrong. I just don't. And that's okay too. That's going to happen sometimes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't usually spend time on knives I don't like, but it showed up. I carried it, and I wanted to talk about it. If you've enjoyed this, feel free to like the video on the way out. If you would like to see other videos where I'm considerably more positive and enjoy the knife a lot more, feel free to watch the rest of my content. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.